Johnny Peach's Kitchen with Chris and Boy.
Today we're making lasagna.
Okay, today for our lasagna we're using bell pepper, we're using onions, we're using ground beef chuck, Italian ground sausage, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, black pepper, Lawry seasoning salt, some ragu chunky sauce. You can use whatever kind of sauce you like, but this is the kind I like, with the tomato, garlic, and onion in it. I also use diced tomatoes and mushrooms. And mozzarella cheese, and I get the oven ready lasagna so I don't have such a big mess in the kitchen trying to use the other. I use the Philadelphia cream cheese to go in instead of using ricotta. Some people like ricotta, some people like cottage cheese. I use all three from time to time. I use depending on whatever I feel like. Today I feel like cream cheese. I will show you what I'm talking about, and you have to have it room temperature, actually a little warmer than room temperature. It has to be kind of melted, but you'll see as we go. This is a meal that we're making for BRIT, BRAT, and Captain Arrogant, so we should have fun with this one.
And today is a really big day because she's gonna be reviewing us, and if you don't know her, she is really famous on YouTube.
Yes, she is the YouTube queen of reviews.
Okay.
Oh, you mean?
Okay, guys, so because I got a lot going on, we're going to pretend that this is just 1 pound of ground beef. And we're going to cook it till it gets brown. We're going to add in the garlic powder, the black pepper, the seasoning salt, and the Italian seasoning as we cook. So I will give you the measurements on that as we go through the description. You'll be able to see it. Hey guys, so this is the time that you put your seasonings in. The seasonings will be in the description, and you just go ahead and finish cooking it in. Okay guys, this is what the ground beef should look like. It's already seasoned from the seasoning that I put in it. You got to drain the grease off of it, and then you pour it over in the pot that you're going to use to put your sauces in. Okay guys, we got us 1 pound of Italian sausage, ground Italian sausage. So we're just going to cook this up the same way we did the ground beef. But there will be no added seasoning for this. We're going to drain it off after we get it cooked. And then I'll show you where we go from there. So here we have the ground Italian sausage. We drained the grease off of it, the majority of it. I'm going to leave some in here so I can saute the vegetables in it. Now I will say this, if you like an all beef spaghetti or lasagna, I like Eckrich sausage in the casing, the beef kind, and that's how I make my spaghetti. However, for this one, I'm making an authentic type Italian dinner, so I'm going to do it a little different. I'm do it like I used to do it back in the day. So we got the onions, the bell pepper, and the mushrooms. We're going to have those sauteing. I'm going to put some seasoning on it. The same seasoning I did with the ground beef, which is the Italian seasoning. A little Lawry seasoning salt, garlic powder. And that's about it. And pepper. Okay guys, I forgot to mention about the garlic. I minced up some garlic and put it in there. So that's about 3 cloves of garlic. And we'll be right back. Some people like to use tomato paste. I really don't care for it. So what I do, that's where the ragu sauce comes in, because it gives it more of the red flavor, the red color, and then it has a good flavor to it as well. That's why I use ragu. Some people use Prego and some other stuff. It's up to you, whatever you like. Whatever sauce you like, you can mix that in there. It's just up to you. So I have mixed the sauce in with the vegetables, and it's going to mix pretty well. And I usually, to knock the little tart off, I usually put a little bit of sugar in. It's up to you. That's an optional. But I do mix in a little bit of sugar with my sauce. For this amount of sauce, I usually use about a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. It's just up to you what you like. Some people don't like putting sugar in. Like I said, I use it to knock off the tart. If you use paste, you're going to definitely have to put a little bit of sugar in to knock that tart off, because it will be a little bit sour, and I really don't care for that. However, you know, it's your sauce, it's your food, it's how you like it, but this is how we like it here. Hey guys, so I'm doing the cream cheese portion of the lasagna. It usually for one pan only takes 1 8-ounce, but I'm going to do 2, so excuse that I have 2 in here. Just pretend it's 1. And you don't have it up too high. You just put it on a medium and to a low, and you just want to smooth it out a little bit so that it can move easy when you're dumping it in between the lasagna. This is what we're looking for, just the smooth consistency. And you can turn this off and go on in and start with the lasagna. And it's going to stretch on to fill the whole pan. So don't get dismayed or, you know, wonder if it's going to finish filling the pan once it gets hot. Once it cooks in the oven, it'll fill it on up. Your next layer is your sauce again. It's up to you how big you want this. If you want 3 layers of noodles, you do 3 layers of noodles. If you want 2 layers of noodle, you do 2 layers of noodle. I'm taking this for someone else. I'm only going to do the 2 layers of noodle because I don't know if they're going to be able to eat all of this and the spaghetti and the Alfredo blackened chicken with Alfredo sauce. I don't know if they're going to be able to eat all of that. So this way I know it won't be too much, and if they want to, they can freeze this. After you eat what you want out of it, you can always freeze this, and it'll last for a few months in the freezer if you close it up well. Again, we're going to do the cream cheese. Smash it on in there. Sorry about the knocking. Actually, the cream cheese was if I was doing another layer, but I'm not. So it is what it is at this point. So they're going to have some extra cream. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and do a 3 layer. And they can freeze it, like I said. You're just putting it in here so you can have it in there so you can taste it. You don't taste cream cheese. It's just a creamy cheese in there, and it's really good. Once you try it, you can, you know, like I said, if you're not a cream cheese fan, go ahead and do it with the ricotta cheese if that's what you like, or you can do the cottage cheese. I've done all. Cottage cheese I did for many, many years. My mother-in-law taught me with the cottage cheese, but here we have it. Another layer of the Parmesan cheese. And then we're going to do another layer of the mozzarella. This one I'm going to do a little thicker because I am going to be done because I don't want this to overflow in the oven. So I'm going to put a nice layer of mozzarella cheese on top this time because this is going to be the final layer. I just go as I come and go as I am, and if I don't want this to overflow, so this one is going to be the final. And basically the shredded cheese is for color and for flavor, so I just drizzle a little bit on there. Again, all of the information will be in the description. I'm going to stick this in the oven for about 45 minutes and check it at that point. And if it's not ready, I'll let it go for an hour. And we're going to take some spray. We've already washed the pan out. You have to wash these pans. They don't come pre-cleaned. So you wash the pan out, let it dry a little bit. I didn't let it dry all the way, but I'm going to go in by breaking off a corner so that this will fit like it's supposed to. And that's for the side pieces. Spray the little Pam in there. You can spray any kind of olive oil or whatever you want to spray in there, just so it won't stick. But that bottom one, I usually do enough that it goes like that. So once you get a layer on there, then you can come back. You can come back with the sauce, which is next. And I make sure that it's a thick layer of sauce. And then after I get that layer of sauce, I go all the way over, get all of it. And these are oven ready noodles. You can take your time and boil the noodles if you want to. We're getting a little behind our time, so we're going to use the oven ready ones, and they do the same work. It's a lot less work, a lot less extra cleaning unnecessarily, and it does the same job. So here we have it. You make sure that the noodles are well covered. The wet from the sauce will go ahead and make these noodles where they'll spread on out. And then I take a layer of the cream cheese. It's starting to it's starting to
harden up.
Yep, harden up. So you get it might need to warm up again. It's up to you if you want it to warm up again, but it's gonna pretty much do the same thing, and you're only using it for the sauce. So don't, you know, if it gets orange and red all in your sauce, it doesn't matter, because it's only for this. It's not for anything else, so that's fine. You just getting a little layer, mix it in. Like I said, you can use cottage cheese. I like cottage cheese too. I use that for years. But my baby sister Rhea, she used this one time. She had made it and told me about it, and I tried it and I really liked it. So you can use ricotta cheese. It's up to you, but this is how you do it. This is the layer that you do this with. And after you do that, I do a little bit of Parmesan cheese, shredded Parmesan cheese, and I just sprinkle a little bit in there on top of it. Just a little bit, just a little layer. And then I go in with the mozzarella. Not a whole lot. You're not covering the whole thing up. You're just putting it in there. And I do a little sharp cheddar too, but I only do minimal of the sharp cheddar, just to add a little extra flavor in there. Now the next layer would be another layer of the noodles. You just take it, and this time you don't have to break the sides unless you just want to. This one is already broken, so I'm just gonna break that other. Okay, Chris, you trying your lasagna?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how it works out for you.
Mmm. Yeah, it's good.
Is it good? What you want to tell your subscribers and non-subscribers?
Make sure to like and subscribe.